What's up, everybody? I'm going to teach you how to play Ochaco in MHUR Ultra Rumble. We're going to go step by step on these abilities. Then I'll give you some combos. And I'll talk about some situations you might find yourself in so that you can know what to do and how to do it. With that said, let's start with her alpha ability. Her alpha ability is this long projectile that does not get reflected, thankfully, if you throw it at compress. But it is bugged at the moment. In the first build of the game that we are still in we're coming up on the second week of how long this game has been out, but this ability is bugged. You have to be in the air, and then you press your alpha ability, and it's supposed to pull you just like that. It doesn't work every time. Sometimes it fails. I don't know if I can get it to fail in this video. Maybe I'll just post a clip of it. But sometimes it does fail. This ability doesn't hit very hard in comparison to other characters' alpha, but it's still good as a projectile. You mostly just want to use it as a grapple. Just fling yourself around with speed. The ability also is best used if you wait for it to reload. See how I let it get to 2 before I use it again? So if we do it twice in a row in succession, let it get to 2 before you use it again. And this way you can keep grappling continuously. If you don't wait, if you use all of them up, it takes so much longer to get it back, and you're kind of stuck and stranded without having any type of mobility other than what the game gives you. So I highly always suggest, unless, even if you were to, let's say the grapple bugs on you, or you mess it up twice, I would wait for it to come back before you try to get the grapple again. This way you still have one in the pocket. Now, if you're desperately trying to get away, then yes, absolutely spend all 3 if you need to. But I highly recommend that you just kind of hold on to it. This is the max range for her alpha ability. You can see that's pretty far. That also means that's as long as you can grapple too. Next up, her beta skill. Her beta skill is arguably the best skill in her kit. It starts off as a little like telephone pole thing or whatever, and then a piece of like construction, and then at the last skill you get this car. Car is amazing. Not only does it do a bunch of damage, it may not do a lot of damage to a single target, but it will do a bunch of damage to targets that are next to each other. So for instance, I'm going to knock Bakugo over. And whereas you're doing 45 to 1 character, now you're doing 45 to 2 characters. And you're disrupting the party. After 3 hits, it will send them flying into an unhittable state where they become invulnerable. And that's okay, because it still disrupts them and doesn't allow them to do anything for a short period of time. They can choose to wake up immediately in the air, or they can just choose to lay down on the ground and then wake up. When they do wake up like that, though, you can't hit them, because they're invulnerable. The bulk of Ochaco's damage will come from hitting this car on multiple people. I also suggest, just like the alpha ability, that you can use some of it, and then you should probably wait for it to reload. If you know you're about to get into a fight, you can always throw one and then get closer to the fight, and then start spinning for the damage. And then you can wait. It recharges a little bit. They wake up. Spin some more. And look at that. You have 100 again. Her beta ability also allows you to use it as a projectile. You can throw the item after you're done spinning it by just releasing the button. And it'll toss it for a pretty long range. I think the range is infinite, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh yeah, it's it's pretty out there. With her beta ability, I would suggest that you try to hold on to it if you knock the opponent, or if the opponent immediately keeps waking up, then you can just hold it on them as they flip into it, and they'll just keep continuously getting hit by it. If they're not waking up immediately, I would try to conserve that energy and don't keep spinning it. However, every time you press the button, it just automatically takes 19% away. But that time that you're waiting, your reload is just recharging at the same time. And then it's back to 100. Her beta ability is also really great for thirsting kills. Not only does it keep enemies away from you, but you're continuously hitting the person that's on the ground. Her gamma ability sends up a pile of rubble and then it throws it back down when you press it. This ability allows you to do a lot of cool combos, and it's also another great way to get damage out of her kit. They start floating when they're hit by it, and while they're floating, you can drop it on them again. Unfortunately, there's no like a quick way to reload this. It just, I mean, it is what it is. You can't just like use half of it and then get the reload back. It has a pretty decent range, and it's a great way for starting fights. When you use this ability from a distance, and the enemy can't see, they won't know who hit them. They don't know. Well, they'll know who hit them, but they won't know from where. Casting it here and assuming that this person wasn't already looking at me, they don't know like what direction it's coming from. A great example of this is like the box spawns here sometimes. And so when somebody's opening the box, if I enable float and then go to use the gamma ability, I can actually hit them and they won't know where I came from. They won't know they don't know that I'm all the way up here. They don't know that I'm like sitting on top of that building or that building. It's super useful in that aspect when starting a fight. I would never, ever use this ability. I highly encourage you not to use this ability if an enemy knows where you are. Because if you do, you can get hit while you're casting the ability. If you cast it in front of a Bakugo like this, and he sees where you are, you'll eat so much damage because you're stuck in the air or on the ground, casting the ability for a long time. Using this ability in caves is kind of tricky. Can't let it go all the way up, because if you do, it'll crash above and it won't come down. You kind of have to use it really quickly in these cave-like areas because you don't want it to get above the ceiling. If it gets above the ceiling, then it's going to just not be useful at all. A couple of notes about the gamma ability. once you press the button, you can't cancel it. Sometimes I think I've been able to like get an alpha off if I'm holding it like so. Yeah, you can do that. You can. It's something that you can try if you accidentally press this button you didn't want to. And that way you'd be like, oh, well, I didn't want that. So instead of letting the gamma button go, you can just press the alpha button, and then you'll be able to save your gamma, because your alpha recharges faster than your gamma. The gamma does have a bit of time before it comes out, so you do absolutely need to lead this ability if you're chasing somebody who's running, or you have to predict what direction they're going to be, or what position they're going to be in when you place it. So if Bakugo was running in this direction, if he's right there, I'd probably want to cast it right here so that he runs into it. You can use Gamma to catch people who wake up immediately and hit them with it, so that as soon as they wake up and try to do something, they'll get hit by the Gamma and you can get extra damage. If they wake up slow, like the bot is currently doing, then you'll whiff it, but you still have time to recover and do something else without getting hit. Her special action allows her to float herself or her teammates. When she uses this ability, it basically lightens the character that it's used on and lets them stay in the air longer. When you combine this with her alpha ability, it allows her to go very far distances in a short amount of time. It also doesn't take long before it to come back if you cast it on yourself. So it's pretty helpful in getting away from enemies, or if you need to catch up to somebody. Maybe your team is having a fight and you're kind of far away. Well, this allows you to get to them really quickly, as long as you're able to hold on to your grapples and your grapple doesn't bug on you. Something that I learned recently with the special action, you can cancel it you can cancel the animation so that you don't get the, well, animation when you're using it. So if you're near a ledge and you walk off the ledge while you're casting it, it cancels the animation, and that's super useful in times where you're trying to get away, as opposed to just standing there and using the animation in front of an enemy that's shooting at you. Her Gamma ability will suspend her momentum. So if you're going too far or just want to stop, cast Gamma, make that happen. Using the beta ability in the air is really great for suspending yourself in the air, especially against opponents like Shigi or Shigaraki. If you have a high enough distance, it hits pretty low and high, given the what the animation looks like. It's kind of surprising, but when you start using it, you'll see just how far below it'll hit and how high it'll hit. Let's talk about a few combos you can do. The reason why I have this training mode set up on Alpha 1, Alpha or Beta 9, and Gamma 9, because that's usually what I end up with in most matches. You'll want to level up the Beta first, and then the Gamma, and then you finish out by leveling the Alpha. I personally don't think it's worth leveling the Alpha first or second, because that ability is bugged. And with good management, you shouldn't need to have that much reload on your Alpha ability anyway. So, with combos, I would start with, if you can, the Gravity, her Gamma ability. And then you can do Alpha, and then Gamma again. That's just a simple 3-hit combo. Another combo you can do if you have the extra grapples for this combo, you can do gamma, alpha, gamma, and then alpha again. It does a lot of damage, but it does take away 2 of your grapples. You can also end that combo with air grapple if you want to close the distance on them. Then you have gamma, alpha, gamma, and car spin. You can also do air gamma, grapple, car spin, and then leave the gamma here in the air for area of denial. Or if it's somebody that needs to be close to you, you can just use it to threaten them so that they won't get close to you. If they do, then you'll just drop the rocks on them, get hit. For this basic combo, you just do air grapple into car spin. I do not think that this character is beginner friendly, and the reason why I say that is because she has low HP. The low HP coupled with the alpha bug that sometimes doesn't grapple can just lead to devastation and a really fast life just getting terminated. I think her speed coupled with her decent 1v1 damage, really, but amazing damage if there's multiple people around, makes this character super strong and also really hard to catch because she's just able to change directions with the momentum. As long as she has her grapples. Well, I don't have anything else to really say or show you guys, so I'll probably post a couple of in-game clips and show you specifically like how I use her abilities in conjunction with each other. And if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Also, if you have any combos or any other cool tech that you want to show off, such as the special animation cancel, let me know. Let me know in the comments. I hope this video was very helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next one.
Yo.
Oh, shit, contra. Oh, no, no.
GG.
The rest of the lobbies didn't get invited.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Look at him.
Todoroki, bro.
Weirdo. Look at, you're gonna get chased to nothing. She didn't see you. She's still on you. Look at her.
Stupid bitch.
Oh, juked her out.
Oh,
Yeah. Stupid bitch.
Oh my fuck. Hold on, yeah, we gotta get
Down.
This guy keeps instantly waking up.
Let's go! Bow, 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 bow. Uh-huh. Oh, me? God broke him again. Wait, hold on. Wait, am I him? Find out. What's going on? Nice. I need chili willies or something, man.
Heal on the team.
Thank you so much, Psyken.
Yeah. I can't hear you. Come in. Yeah, give me a second. It's a solo somewhere. Don't let him rest.
She's... Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, hold on. Right back.
Crackers? So you on me. It's just great to have. That boy over there, though. Red spot right there.
No, that's my kill. Bitch.
What's the chances he grabs this? 1 in a million, because it's never okay. Oh my god, Psyken, stop it. He doesn't even know how to. No.
Just invite you.
On that boy. On that boy. You know Psyken going back for the teammate.
Yo.
He finna pop a little float. Goat doing goat things.
Oh my god, yo! Somebody please. I don't even have to say it. Please. I shouldn't even have to say it, bro.